Hello, hello, hello. This is Owen Fernandez saying good afternoon to all those who are watching me live in Europe and in the Middle East. A very good morning to all my friends in the US. And of course, a pleasant evening to all my friends in India and beyond. Welcome once again. Today's episode focuses on the theme of attracting abundance. So if you are watching this episode or you're just listening to the voice of my call, I might say that you would get disappointed if you consider abundance to be something of accumulation, whether it could be wealth or something material. But hold on, I'll help you get a better understanding of what abundance is, and hopefully, you will try to attract abundance rather than chase. So, friends, abundance is not a bank balance or any material wealth. You can be extremely rich in material wealth. You can be absolutely having tons of money, yet at the same time, you could be absolutely impoverished spiritually, socially, emotionally, intellectually, or even physically. So, being rich is a mindset. And you and I know many people living in less than ideal conditions are still content with the rich social lives that they live, the fulfilling work that they do, the spiritual connection that they possess, and of course, the beautiful close family ties that they have. Wayne Dyer once put it very beautifully. He says, abundance is not something we acquire, it is something we tune into. My mentor Paul Martinelli once said, there are two things that our Creator does. He does things perfectly and abundantly. He also went on to mention when he was talking about abundance, and that struck me very strongly. He says that abundance is such a thing that even if you take something out of abundance, it still remains abundance. So I'm leaving you with the picture right now as I start this episode on abundance. Think about taking a bucket of water from an ocean. Is the ocean going to complain, hey, listen, you're taking a bucket of water from me? I might fall short. No way. Abundance still remains abundance, even if you take it out from it. So it's all available to us. And that's the truth. The truth is that there is more than enough good to go around. There is more than enough of creative ideas. We just have to look at the possibilities around. There is more than enough of love. In fact, there is more than enough of money also. But the fact is that human beings by nature are selfish, and greed and lust and hoarding, basically makes a big divide between haves and have nots. All this begins when you have a mindset that is aware of the infinite nature of abundance all around us. So, welcome once again. Grab a cup of coffee, have a comfortable seat, and relax as we go deeper into this subject in episode 11 on the 8th of June 2021 called Attracting Abundance. The weather here in Europe is beautiful. The temperature here is around 27, 28, and there is abundance of sunlight around. So after this episode, I'm going to take my children off to a walk in the park and later on even pick up my wife as she comes home from evening. So wherever you are on the call, please let me know in the chat box from where are you watching from so that at least I can say a hello to you. So let's get started. So, as I mentioned at the top of this episode, that abundance, as seen by Wayne Dyer, and it's very profound, it says that abundance is not something we acquire, it is something we tune into. Is there anybody on the call that actually believes that we need to tune in into abundance? We don't have to chase, we don't have to be desperate about it. Marianne Williamson once mentioned the key to abundance is meeting limited circumstances with unlimited thoughts. Wow. It's all in our minds. So, abundance is all in your heart and it's all in your mind. So change the quality of your responses through changing your feelings, through changing your thoughts, and lo and behold, you will change the quality of life experiences. Now you may ask me, Owen, how do you come to this state of awareness within yourself? That's a very good question to start with. And for that, you need to know that abundance is a mindset. Now, the opposite of abundance is what we carry with us most of the time. I've seen hundreds and hundreds, in fact, thousands of people continuously complain. And even in this COVID situation, we can see there is so many things going on. But then at the same time, while there are good things going on, there could be difficult things as well. But why focus on something difficult? I can understand that if you're in a problem concerning COVID, I can totally relate to it. And in fact, COVID has been a blessing to so many people, including me. So let's talk about the scarcity mindset that most people carry with them. Now, scarcity mentality refers to people seeing life as a finite pie. The word finite here is very important. It means to say that if a person takes a big piece out of this pie, the rest of them look at the situation as though there is not much enough for everyone else. And friends, this isn't true. Most people, particularly in the corporate world, have been conditioned to have a scarcity mentality. And of course, it's no wonder that when promotions and raises are scarce, when resources are limited, managers tend to hoard information. Then it is followed by micromanagement. And generally, it leads to short term thinking, which is not very good. A scarcity mindset is what keeps many of us from achieving our goals. Most of us believe that there isn't enough. On the other hand, an abundance mindset refers to the paradigm that there is plenty out there for everybody. So the first thing you have got to do is to check your mindset, whether you have got a scarcity mindset. Now, believe me, it could come from environmental condition. As I said before, we are a product of nature and nurture. So if all you have seen around is poverty, if all you have seen around is lack, I can understand that that could be a fact, but that is not the actual truth. So, what is this abundance mindset that I'm talking about? Friends, it is a belief that arises out of the following. It's a belief that arises from a deep sense of personal worth and security. Remember, in the last episode, in episode 10, we spoke about self esteem. Gabriel Bernstein said true abundance isn't based on our net worth, it is based on our self worth. How do we consider ourselves? How worthy are we? How do we look at ourselves? Secondly, it comes from a belief system, okay, that there is no competition and no comparison. The moment you get into competition and comparison, then there is a problem. You start fighting for space. Now, I know in certain instances, competition is good. I know that. But if competition is there to kill somebody's share, it's a win lose situation. But if competition is there in order to expand so that most of them can benefit while being competitive, then it becomes a win win situation. Number three, there is plenty out there. The belief that brings into the abundance mindset is that there is plenty out there, and not only plenty, there is enough to spare for everybody. Now, this has to come from within you, because seeing around people, grabbing properties, grabbing, stuff from one another, being selfish, hoarding, and all those things, okay, will scare you. But actually, in fact, an abundance mindset says, hey, listen, there is enough for me as well. As long as I believe who I am, as long as I believe whose I am, as long as I have got self esteem and self confidence, I will get my share of things. It also comes from a belief system that someone else's benefit is not taking away anything you have in your life. So it gives you a sense of peace, it gives you a sense of calmness, and it gives you a sense of joy. And finally, which I believe is very important, it is in giving that you receive. So if you want to have an abundance mindset, believe that you have to give in order to receive. Mark Twain once said that if you want love and abundance in your life, simply give it away. Steve Maramoli says, he said that plant seeds of happiness, plant seeds of hope, plant seeds of success, plant seeds of love, and lo and behold, it will all come back to you in abundance. Isn't it beautiful? It is a law of nature that in giving, you will receive. So if you want to give, if you want to get abundance, try to give whatever you have so that the law of attraction comes into the picture. So, so how exactly can we move from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset? In an article written by Caroline Castrillon for Forbes, she mentions 5 points. And out of those 5 points, I will focus on one point which each and everybody, including you and me, and all around us, can learn to move from an abundance, from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. So here we go. Point number one. She says, focus on what you have. Friends, I have this to say: whatever you ever needed has already been given to you. It's only a matter of awareness. Focus on what you have, not on what you haven't got. Number two, surround yourself with people that have an abundance mindset. Who are the people that are around you? What is their mindset? Are they bringing you down, or are they encouraging you? Are they equipping you? Are they empowering you? Are they speaking positivity into your life? Jim Rohn once said that you are the sum total, you're an average sum total of 5 people that you are surrounded with. Check the quality of people that you are surrounded with. Check the mindset that they possess. So, number two, surround yourself with people that have an abundance mindset. Number three, try as much as possible to create a win win situation. Because, as I said, there is abundance all around us if only we can observe. Point number four, and this is the place where this is the point that I'm going to focus on for the remainder of this episode. Incorporate gratitude into your life daily. Friends, gratitude is the highest attitude that you can ever carry. And finally, train your mind to recognize possibilities. How are you watching situations? As I said, even in the midst of COVID, even in the midst of difficult situations, you can still see, if you want to, why did this situation arise and what am I supposed to gain from this experience? So, as I said, out of these five, I'm going to focus on number four. And that's so easy for you and me if you only apply our minds to it. Incorporate gratitude in your life daily. Incorporate gratitude in your life daily. So, how do we do that? Firstly, let me talk about the power of gratitude. Friends, we often tend to ignore noticing our blessings because we are very busy. All we do is complain and magnify the problems and become blind to many opportunities and instances that we should be grateful for. An abundance of gratitude equals an abundance in life. I repeat, an abundance of gratitude equals abundance in life. Now, Tony Robbins, okay, he mentioned something which was very profound. He said that when you are grateful, fear disappears. We spoke about the 6 kinds of fears very early in our episodes there. He says that when you're grateful, fear disappears, and fear is a showstopper. And suddenly you'll find out that abundance appears. Following him closely is Roy Bennett. He says that gratitude builds a bridge to abundance. Now, when we are busy, when we are complainers, when we are whiners, actually, in fact, this adversely affects how we see life and how we overcome challenges. And thus, we end up struggling to see joy, happiness, and beauty around us. So, an abundance of gratitude equals abundance in life. So, it's a very simple formula, yet people forget about the simplicity and complicate and complain. So, think about it. Gratitude can transform our lives. But you may say, oh, when life is difficult, I do understand. I do understand. I do agree that it's not so easy to be appreciative of things that we have in life when we are upset or when our lives are not going as per our wishes. I remind you the law of attraction, which states that like attracts like. So when you are grateful for what you already have, you will naturally attract more for which you can be even further grateful. So, friends, when we are grateful for things that we have, it helps us to be more creative, it helps us to be more inspiring, it helps us to be more joyful in life. A grateful mindset opens up new opportunities and leads to abundance. So, if there is anybody on the call that believes that being grateful can open up your vision of seeing abundance around you, and you can tune into that abundance and take it for yourself, not allowing abundance to fall or come down in terms of its proportions. So here, I just want to challenge you today. I want you to understand that gratitude attracts abundance. So you may ask me, Owen, how does it do that? Now, research shows that as we develop the habit of feeling and expressing gratitude, it positively affects our careers. Remember that almost 70% of your time in life you spend at work, whether you are in business, whether you're an entrepreneur, or you're working for somebody else. It positively affects the way that we behave, our personality, our emotional state, our health, and also our social relationships. So, as we focus to choose on what we have instead of what we lack, research says that we tend to become more resilient, joyful, and happy. Now, isn't what that we crave for? Friends, gratitude thus arms us, it equips us with the necessary strength and perception to shift our focus from negative thoughts, negative patterns towards abundance. So, why don't you make gratitude your attitude today to attract joy and abundance in your life? So, my question today, my challenge today is, what are you grateful for? So, let me start with myself. I'm grateful for the fact that I am a husband and I have a wife. So, you may ask me, hey, Owen, is there a difference between being grateful and being thankful? I can understand because these terms are so frequently and interchangeably used that it appears to be almost synonymous. However, I have this to tell you that there is a difference. I believe that the expression grateful has an element of attributing a measure of grace. Think about the word grace in grateful. There is an element of attributing a measure of grace or undeserved benefit from someone as opposed to thanks, which simply is an expression of having received a benefit. So there is a difference. So, by definition, grateful is directed outwards. I repeat, is directed outwards by the person who's feeling it, while thankful is generated inside the person. So even if your life is completely falling apart, there are still things that you can be grateful for. It may be tough at the beginning, but as you consider the good things going on in your life, you will realize that there are plenty of small things. And this is where we just lose our path. There are plenty of small things to be grateful for. If only we could look around us at this very moment, I'm 100% sure that each and every one of us would find at least 10 things to be grateful for. So, as I said, I'm grateful for having a wife, and I'm grateful for being a husband to a woman. I'm also grateful for the two beautiful children that we as a couple have brought into this world. I'm also grateful for the opportunity that as a teacher, I can change, I can build, and I can inspire people to be the best version of themselves. I'm also grateful for to be a guide to those people who want to put forward thesis in their graduation or their post graduation studies. I'm also grateful to have friends, and I'm also grateful to be a friend to somebody in need of friendship. I'm also grateful to train people and to train managers to be the best version of themselves so that they can use all their gifts and potentials and increase their effectivity and productivity. I'm also grateful to be able to coach people who are stuck and bring them out from limiting mindsets. As I said, limiting beliefs are self imposed and always mental. I'm also grateful to be a son to a wonderful woman whom I call a mother. And I'm also grateful for the fact that she's today alive in spite of all her medical challenges. I'm grateful for that. Now, you can continue going on and you can even personalize that. I'm alive and I'm safe today. I've got eyes to see the world and all the beauty it withholds. I've got clean air to breathe. I have food to eat. I've got clean water to drink. I have a bed to sleep. I have love to receive and love to give, especially to my wife and my children. I have freedom to express myself. And on a lighter vein, I have an internet connection, the very medium through which I am able to broadcast this episode live so that you can hear it on the other side, wherever you are. So, my question to you is, what are you grateful for today? And when you are grateful, you're basically attracting abundance to yourself. So, in closing, I have this to share. Friends, wherever you are watching me from, abundance is all around you. You just need to take off the blinders over your eyes to see it. By doing so, your life and your outlook will be totally transformed. Totally transformed in any role that you play. Again, I just want to emphasize the importance of gratefulness, of gratitude. Michael Beckwith said, there is enough for everyone. If you believe it, if you can see it, if you can act from it, it will show up for you. And that's the truth. So, irrespective of the situation and the conditions that you are in, have a spirit of gratitude. Counting your blessings will give you more blessings to count. Thanks for watching. If you liked this episode, please comment and share. Also, you could go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to it. All the previous 10 episodes that were broadcasted live are up there for you to watch, to learn, to grow, and change your lives. So, just in case, if you would like to know more about the topics that I have spoken about, please go to my YouTube channel. Remember, the win is always within you. I'm here to help you be victorious. I believe in you, and together we can. So stay safe and see you on the next episode on Tea Time with Owen. Thanks for watching once again.